10 minutes. He just got out of parole. Tim keeps his cool.
You're watching it again?
Flex off.
What's up, guys? The light's bright. Jeez. Tim Zabriskie here. Oh my god, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Back at it again with the brand new vid. Sunday, August 13th. It's been a beautiful weekend out there. We got a pretty awesome show for you today. LA's on the line. She's hanging out. Also, we have a really fun idea that we're going to do. I have a awesome question that I want to ask you guys. I'm going to pop it up here. The question is, have you ever hooked up with a much older significant other? So, basically the way this question came about, I don't think that she's going to get anybody to call in or anything like that. So I'll just kind of go over it really fast. Coworker of mine, her name's Cassie, very nice girl. She was telling me about one of her friends that's barely 21 that seemed to have hooked up with a 45-year-old guy. And it's kind of funny in the sense of where they were on the nightclub or something like that, and this guy apparently bit this girl in the butt in the middle of the dance floor. I don't know if it was at the Horseshoe, I don't know, which is actually a pretty sweet bar. I don't know if it was at the tavern. Who knows where it was, but this guy just went over and went. So, yeah, that's definitely pretty interesting. So, I want to know if any of you have ever hooked up with someone that was a lot older. And if you give me a call, I'll answer the phone. You can call in. I'll put the phone number up there again. Once again, 518-350-4312. And if I can get 10 people to share this video onto their page, I'll tell my story. Now, if nobody ends up calling in, I may or may not tell it. The whole thing is that I like my relationship, and I don't want my Ruru beating the crap out of me. So, once again, if you've ever hooked up with someone that's a lot older than you, call in. I want to hear about it. I think that everybody does. All right, so we got LA on the phone. LA, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing very well. A lot of crazy stuff happening in sports this week, from what it sounds like.
Yeah, the suspensions got handed down, injuries, preseason started for football, so busy NFL week.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So what's going on?
Ezekiel Elliott, running back for the Cowboys, got suspended 6 games due to a year-long investigation for domestic violence, even though there's no evidence. So people are wondering what the NFL is kind of doing, saying that since there's no evidence, how can you punish somebody, whereas there's been cases in the past where there's been evidence and they've gotten suspended 6 games or to a full year,
right,
as well. So that's kind of the talk of the league right now, that he's like 21 years old, needs to grow up, get his act together. He doesn't want to ruin his career.
Okay.
Yeah. But preseason started, pretty much wrapping up the games for the last few days. There's only one left to go tonight. Rookie QBs really showed up and looked promising, like the QB from the Bears, who was the 2nd overall pick. He had a good start. Deshaun Watson of the Texans, rookie out of Clemson. He won the national title his last year there. He had a good debut. Kaiser out of Notre Dame, he got drafted by the Browns. He had a good debut. So looks promising from like young talents around the league with their first start of their first preseason game.
That's awesome. So yeah, I really don't know what to really say.
It's okay. It's okay. You have time before the season starts, Tim.
Gotcha.
You can start studying up.
Definitely will. So what else you got? What about the did you see that fight with Conor and that practice, the media boxing thing that he was doing?
I kind of been following it. Did he say his sparring partner is talking a lot of shit, but then Conor said he got beaten up, I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I saw some of it where I guess Conor knocked him out. And like you're just sparring, like you're not supposed to really be doing any of that stuff.
He's an intense guy. I mean, I don't know. I think he's like really taking it serious. So
yeah, which isn't right.
Yeah, but I mean, in like practice, I wouldn't really knock the guy out. But I don't know. His temper. I mean, you never know. But I think I just been seeing the back and forth with him and Mayweather. So it's been interesting. I hope it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a freaking crazy fight. The hype is definitely there. I'm really excited for the whole thing.
I know. I can't wait for that. But
it's more just going to be. It's more just like what's the deal? like why are you so intense? Why are you such a
well,
psycho?
I think the trash talk got like a little too like.
Real?
Kind of cross the line, you know what I mean? Where like Conor's like very good, he puts on a show, and Mayweather does too. Like they both know like how to, but I think Conor McGregor is like so good at like building up the hype and like just being that character. Like he knows his role, you know?
Exactly.
But then I feel like it kind of just crossed the line in a way. Like all of a sudden Mayweather called him a racist, and then like it got too far where like, so I don't know, I kind of like heard that, and so it's going to be an interesting fight with the lead up to it, like all that back and forth. It's definitely going to be a fight, and I hope it goes at least a few rounds. I think it will.
I definitely don't want it to go a few rounds. I want one of them to get knocked out in the first.
Well, I think they're going to get knocked out, but I'm pulling for McGregor. I think he has a legit shot.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of pulling for him too, but at the same time, like he was saying to Mayweather that he was gonna hit him so bad that he was gonna teach him how to read. Like that's
well, yeah. I mean, they had their comments back and forth and stuff, but like Mayweather said some things too, so. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm pulling for McGregor. I don't like Mayweather. I'm pulling for McGregor.
Yeah.
And he's like he trained as a boxer early like on when he was like 16, 17.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's kind of like how he got his start, and then he went into MMA. So, I mean, it's just different style, but I mean, if this guy's ready. I think he's younger too, and he's definitely, hopefully his quickness helps.
Yeah, but part of me just wants Mayweather
I want Mayweather
to
lose just once. I want Mayweather to lose just once. Like, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Part of me is just like, man, just knock that guy out, please. He talked all this crap about you, though. Just knock him out,
I just think it's funny because, like, McGregor said something like, he needs this fight. Austin came out, he needed this fight because he has to pay, like, taxes and, like, the IRS tax. But then he talks all this crap that he's, like, the money team and he has all this money and he withdraws, like, $5 million at a time with, like, security surrounding him. So, I mean... I can't. I don't like the guy.
There was one press conference, the same one I'm talking about, where he's like, "Oh, I'm going to hit you so hard that I'm going to knock you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to teach you how to read." He also Mayweather like turned his back on McGregor, and McGregor picks up his bag. He had a backpack. Like the backpack had money emblems all over it. He picks it up and there's money in there. And he's like, "What is there in here? Like $5,000? I thought you told me you were rich." Just go on and on and on, just nonstop.
Yeah.
It's just. That's why I'm like, oh, man, I just want the bigger brother just to beat the crap out of this guy.
I listen. McGregor knows how to push people's buttons, but he's not like he's not gonna malicious about it. Because like I saw a press that he was very upset when like Mayweather called him a racist and said like I'm not like saying those things and all this stuff. So it's definitely taken a turn.
Definitely.
And everything, but it's hopefully going to be a good fight. I'm going to definitely watch this.
When's the fight? It's on the 26th, right? That Saturday?
26th. Yep, less than 2 weeks.
That's crazy. Yeah, my brother's birthday is like the day before that.
Yeah, a few days after mine.
Yeah, that's right. Your birthday's coming up next week.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else going on in sports?
Well, I had Derek Jeter and a group of people, including Michael Jordan. I think they won the right to purchase the Marlins.
Really?
So yeah. So,
I didn't even know the Marlins were for sale.
Yeah, they've been for sale, I guess, like a couple months now, but there wasn't really bidders. And then Jeb Bush was in the running with Derek Jeter. He backed out. And Derek Jeter, I think, always wanted to own a team or at least get into the operations of it. And he has this guy, part of his group, with Michael Jordan. They're going to purchase it, and Derek Jeter's going to do the operations and become the CEO of the Marlins.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him, but, I mean, that's, astonishing, a former player being able to own a team and be a part of it and build it up just like Michael Jordan did with basketball.
Yeah, definitely. It reminds me of that movie with Brad Pitt where he's the GM
Moneyball.
Yeah, oh my God. I've been watching clips of that movie all week. I've seen that movie a while ago.
Such a good movie, and it's based on a true story too, and how they started figuring out how to play and getting people on bases and getting their offense going. But so it's based on a true story.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, he turned down, what was the contract that he turned down? It was $2.5 million or something like that to go to the Red Sox or something like that.
Something like that. He turned down a big GM role, and then it's so funny. I think the Red Sox won the next year or 2 years after that, kind of with the same scheme he did with the A's. But the thing is, Boston has the money, and the A's are a lower salary team, and Boston is top 5 in the league with the highest salaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they have the resources, but I think it's great that he stayed with them and kind of you can try to win. I mean, look at the Kansas City Royals. They weren't a big team, and they won a couple of years ago the World Series. So.
Yeah,
it can happen.
It really just made it anybody's game, basically, again.
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly.
Definitely. All right, so I got your website pulled up here. Tell us a little bit more about Sports and Champs to the people that don't know.
So it's basically just an outlet to learn about different sports, so you can be a part of the conversation. If you feel left out when you're drinking at the bar, you go to the bar with, say, your boyfriend, and you just feel left out and you're not part of the group, you can just pull this up real quick and kind of learn a few basics about sports, and so you can kind of start being in on the conversation.
Excellent. So, the question of the day, LA, has been, and I heard that you saw it, and I hear you laughing now. Have you ever hooked up with anybody significantly older than you?
No.
Flat no. Flat no. Okay, not a problem. Now, the other question... go ahead.
I heard your story about the 1-year-old and the 45. It's pretty much your dad. I mean,
yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. I only go, I try to go tops 5 to 7 years. So
exactly. I got you a little beat in that regard. I really hope I don't have to tell this story. I mean, if I get 10 people to share this, I will tell it. But otherwise, I'm gonna keep my relationship where it is right now, where everybody's happy. But
it's in the past. So not happening now.
Definitely. All right. So the other question I had for you now, I know obviously we went to school together at the Culinary Institute of America, and I know that you're a very big health nut. Last time I saw you, you were working out 6 days a week. Are you still working out that much? Yeah,
5 days a week. I cut it back to 5.
Oh, you took an extra day for yourself? I'm proud of you.
I took an extra day, yeah.
Now, the big thing that everyone focuses on, of course, that you have to focus on, no matter how much you work out, is definitely the diet. Now, are you very good with your diet and everything like that?
I mean, I cheat a little, but I try to... Number one, I think the big thing with your diet is drinking. So if you cut that out, or I try to limit myself to a couple days a week only. I definitely try to eat healthier for dinner because, at work, I have a little more option to cheat, where like, but I try to eat healthy, like snacks or like dried fruit, nuts, things like that. But yeah, overall I try to be a little healthy, but I definitely have my cheat days. I'm not like crazy where I'm counting my calories and like all that stuff, but I think it's a balance, and if you work out, you can reward yourself and whatnot. So I'm not like killing myself over here. Like I'll eat a candy bar once in a while.
Definitely. So the reason I bring this up is because, you know, I've been pretty good with my diet. I've lost some weight and stuff like that. I'm not going to show anybody because, you know, I'm still a little embarrassed.
Good job.
Yeah, but the thing is that we actually had a private chef come and cook for us the other day, and I took a bunch of Snapchat videos on it. So we're going to take a look at that now.
Well, hello, Snapchat. My name is Fabrizio, and you're watching Cooking at the Zabriskie. The philosophy at the Zabriskie residence is if you like to eat it when you go out, cook it at home, because it would be cheaper and it would be 10 times better. So tonight's entree, we will be making chicken nuggets. Now, I'm not talking about frozen chicken nuggets. No. We will be taking the breast, grabbing it, and cutting it. We will be taking that breast and breading it, and frying it, and baking it. But no. That is not it. We will also be taking frozen French fries and putting them onto the baking sheet and putting them into the oven and cooking them and loving them. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll be having the meal upon meals upon meals. Homemade. Beautiful. Love it. Lesson number 1. You must set the mood for the cooking experience. Now, I called upon the closest Spotify that I could find, and I put on a piano mix because that was the first thing that was reachable. Now that I'm listening to that, I am in the mood to be touching breasts and frying them and putting them in at 450 degrees. Next question. Give me a point or something. Let me know that I'm on.
You're ready.
So, my beautiful assistant, Rosalina, she just asked me how I cut the chicken into nice, even patterns. And the way that you do it is by doing long strokes. You can cut it any time, whenever you get ready. Many people have asked me what the hardest part of being a chef is. And I believe the answer is getting the girls to keep their pants on. It is I, Fabrizio, back here to give you a status update on the cooking of the meal. Now, if you see, the oven has been preheated. We have cut the chicken. We have made the egg wash. And then we have also made the breadcrumbs that was made out of cornflakes.
Yes.
So, now that we have the chicken breaded, and we have the French fries, or the fritas, placed onto the baking sheet, we must put them into the oven that was set at 450 degrees. Just like this. Just like this. Now, everyone says set it and forget it, but if you set it and forget it, your house goes up in flames. We don't want that. Okay. I'm good. Now, as the food is cooking at 450 degrees, you may ask me, Fabrizio, what do I do with myself? That is the time you do the dishes. That way, Rosalina doesn't murder you in your sleep. Last but not least, before the food actually comes out, you must compliment your assistant by giving her one of these.
Yeah, so, the problem with Fabrizio and his cooking is that it takes him about 3 hours to make the frickin' meal. So that video was taken on my Snapchat, which is right there, TimmyZ4. Please follow me. I follow everybody back. Same thing with my Instagram, at Tim Zabriskie, and my Twitter, under the same name. Anyway, so as I mentioned to you before, the big question of today is... Where's the freaking question? Is if you've ever hooked up with someone that was a lot older than you. Okay? As I mentioned before, if you share this video, if 10 people share it, I'm going to tell my story, but it doesn't look like anybody shared it. So, I guess I'm in the clear, is basically what's going to happen. Yeah, so, with the meme that I played earlier with the guy that was walking away, flexing and stuff like that, I wanted to tell you guys the actual story about that one, and then we'll definitely get into it. So, that was me that was in the video. You heard the manager, her name was Ashley, very smart lady. Shout out to Ashley. If you ever have any fitness questions, ask me, I'll get you in touch with her for sure. Health, fitness questions, anything like that. But anyway, so on Saturday at my show... Oh, hold on one second. Looks like we got a caller. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Who's this?
Hi. I have a caller here.
Okay, you're a caller? What's your name?
This is Holly.
Holly?
That's right.
Holly, are you watching me on your computer right now?
I am. Do you hear it?
Yeah. Turn that down so I can talk to you.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, not a problem. Holly, are you calling in because of the question?
Yeah, I came across your stuff on my nephew Joey's Facebook page. Today I see her asking about the older lady, so here I am.
Wait, Holly, have you hooked up with someone before? Like that was a lot younger than you?
You know what the thing is? I never choose the younger guys. The younger guys always came after me.
What? Wait, Holly, hold on. Wait, how old are you?
You know what? You're not supposed to ask a lady that question, Tim, and I'm very disappointed in you.
I'm sorry, but wait, all right, can you give us a range or something like that? You do sound a lot older than me, so I don't really know. It's very bizarre.
I'm not giving a range. I'm not telling you nothing. I'll tell you my story.
Oh,
but
yes.
I'm not telling you my age. That's just rude, Timothy.
I'm very sorry, please. And don't call me Timothy. That's what my gravestone is going to say. You can just call me Tim, okay?
Okay.
All right, so tell me the story.
The one thing that I want to let people know is when it comes to the guys and the girls, guys are always the ones who don't care about the number. It's always the women who want to call someone a cradle robber, grave robber, whatever you want to call it.
I don't get what you're saying. Elaborate on that first, Holly.
I'm sorry?
What did you just say? I'm trying to hear you.
Guys don't care about age. Age is just a number.
Yeah, but there's definitely some bragging rights in it, right? Like, oh yeah, like if I'm a guy and I'm like, oh yeah, I hooked up with a 40-year-old lady. I think that there's some bragging rights that comes in with that,
There's going to be bragging about any kind of snatch anyone gets.
Oh, okay. So tell us more about your story, Holly.
All right. I mean, I'll tell you the craziest stuff that I've ever done, but I just can't believe that I'm going to be saying this on the internet right now.
It's all right. There's a lot worse stuff on the internet than what you're probably going to tell us. It's okay. I mean, have you ever heard of?
Oh my God. That's true. All right. So
all right.
I used to bartend over at Violet's. I used to have this regular kid Tyler. One night he was graduating.
Where's Violet's? Where you from? I should have asked that in the beginning. I'm sorry.
I'm in Pennsylvania.
You're in Pennsylvania?
Yes.
What part of Pennsylvania are you in? I've been to Pennsylvania. You in like Philly?
I'm over by Great Bend.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so keep going with your story. You're over at this bar named Violet's.
Yeah, so one of my regulars, this guy Tyler, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, but I ended up having to move away from some people over there in Brooklyn, so that's why.
Okay.
So yeah, this kid Tyler is one of my regulars. I thought he was graduating college. He's giving me a fake ID. I had no idea. But he was, like, so upset one night going on about how he graduated. His parents didn't give a shit about him. I felt really bad. So, you know, I took him to the bathroom and I showed him a good time.
What? Wait, but how old was he? You said he's been giving you a fake ID. You thought he was graduating college. Was he graduating high school?
Yeah.
But he was
18 at the time.
Oh, okay. That was the big thing.
Don't worry, Timmy. I wouldn't be calling in to a show if it was any kind of illegal business. He was 18, okay?
Okay.
Don't crucify me. I was just trying to give him a graduation present.
Okay, so was this just a one-time thing? Did you hang out with this kid?
Well, you know, I ended up rocking his socks, I guess, a little too much. Next thing I know, a couple of his friends would be coming into the bar and telling me they were graduating and they wanted their present. It became a whole thing. I couldn't refuse. They were all such good-looking guys.
You couldn't refuse? Holly, this is weird.
You know what? I don't know what to tell you. It was a good time.
Yeah, but these kids were like just turning 18. I mean, did you feel guilty or anything like that?
Fuck that. I live my life carefree, Timmy.
Apparently.
I live the life good, and I think everybody should, and that's why all those boys deserve their presents.
Oh my gosh, how many friends does this kid have?
Well, luckily for Tyler, he didn't have that many fucking friends. Wasn't that many. You know, like a handful. And then that's when I was like, you know what, I can't, you know. I gave a handful of presents. I was like, listen, boys, I'm not Santa Claus. It's over.
I kind of don't even know what to say right now. I hope that people are watching this, because this is crazy. Now, do you still work at this bar?
No, I don't work there. They ended up shutting the place down.
Why?
Well, the owner of the bar, you know, he was committing credit card fraud.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me it was because of underage drinking.
You would have thought.
All right, well, Holly, thank you so much for calling in and letting us know about this, because that's a little bit crazy. That's a little nuts. Of
course. I figured I'd spice up your channel a little, you know?
Oh, well, aren't you a sweetheart for doing such a thing? All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. So, I'm trying to... Hey, how about that? How about... What just happened here? This woman named Holly, don't ask her what her age is, because otherwise she's going to murder you. But apparently she gave a kid a graduation present at this bar in Pennsylvania. You can't make this stuff up, folks. It's crazy. So, once again, if you think you can top her story, have you ever hooked up with somebody that's significantly older? Call the number 518-350-4312. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words on that. Now, to tell you more about the story I was trying to tell you about with the meme that happened at the beginning of the show, where the guy was flexing and stuff like that. This guy was, he came into the club, and it was 8 in the morning on a Saturday. I was a little hungover. I was tired. And this also happened 2 years ago, too. But this guy was like, yo, man, I need to work out. I mean, I just got off parole. I used to be a member here. And usually when they say, I used to be a member, I look them up. I always look them up whenever they say that. But the thing is that I knew that this guy was probably potentially owed us money. So I looked him up, and there it was. He owed us a bunch of money, so I couldn't let him work out. And that's when he took off his shirt and was just like, oh, I don't even need to work out. I could train all your trainers. And then it just escalated to where he's screaming. There was only a couple people at the gym at that point, like, that worked there besides me, and they were just like, what's happening? And this guy just walked outside. He's banging on the windows. He's like flexing, feeling all big and bad. But here's the full video of that. It's only about a couple more seconds longer than that. But
Only
so
in
at
Albany.
this point here, he's
Watch the guy in the Lakers jersey talking to Tim. He's talking about how he wants to work out just for 10 minutes. He just got out of parole.
And then, so there he is flexing right there.
Tim keeps his cool.
He's screaming at this point, just being like I could train all the trainers, and I'm like, at this point, I was at the desk. I was like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, and I felt really weird because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
Because it's not like I really have any power or anything like that. But then this guy's just screaming, and then what you don't see at the end of this, after he's done yelling and everything like that, is that he goes outside and he starts screaming again and again and again. But yeah. So I'm going to leave this open for a couple more minutes. If you wanted to call into the show, tell us if you've ever hooked up with somebody that was a little bit older than you. We would definitely like to hear it. Let's take a look at the feed and everything like that. And it doesn't really seem like the participation points are down for the day, but that's okay because I think we're gonna call it. Are we gonna call it? Yep, they're telling me that it's time to call it. It's been a great show today. Thank you so much for sticking around, and we will catch you next week. Have a good one.